My name is Jerry Goode Jr., and I am the owner of Jerry Goode Jr. Digital Daily Network. And today I want to talk about eagles soar alone. Well, why do eagles soar alone? They understand, just like God, the further you are in the spirit, and as animals are consistently in the spirit, because they do exactly what God has destined them to do. There's no animal out there that does outside of what God has put them on earth to do. Eagles have the ability to soar in the air to the sun without limits. They are birds with no limitation. When they have a nest, they throw the little eaglets out. Either they're going to fly or die. So in life in general, that's how it's all about. You have to be willing to soar. You have to be separate from the crowd. If you look in the Bible, the great people of God, all of them had to go into the wilderness to find out what God wanted them to do. They had to get to a point where they got strong enough to become unbreakable. They had to find out what my purpose is. There's a such thing as independence. There's dependence, and there's interdependence. Independence means you can do everything by yourself. Dependent means you are dependent on other people. But interdependent means that I can depend on myself, but also I know I can depend on others, and we can excel together. The eagle has extremely great vision. They can see from the sky miles down. Let's relate that to God. People with vision change the world. If you can't see it, then you'll never see it. You have to see it with your spiritual eyes. And God can only take you as far as you can see with your spiritual eyes. Understand, as an eagle, discipline is great. They focus on doing extreme discipline in their life. And that's how you got to be as a person. You got to have an uncommon discipline. You got to have an uncommon commitment level. Discipline is a form of love. He who God loves, he corrects us. I had a situation as a referee and had a young gentleman. He was somebody who was a good kid, but the people around were his enablers. So on the court, this is how I showed him discipline through love. He had an altercation with somebody at halftime, and I didn't see it. But I talked to the gentleman. I said, hey, I didn't see it, but if you decide to get out of line, I'm going to give you a technical foul. He got out of line. I gave him a tech. Got out of line again. I gave him another tech and threw him out the game. The next day, he came on my court and played again. Top player. He was a whole different person. Didn't have any problems out of him. But through my discipline and no nonsense, I showed him love more than anybody around him. Because he changed because he had to. There was consequences. And when you love somebody, you got to show them discipline. You're not going to settle. You're not going to settle for mediocrity. You're going to go through limits where only God can take you. I'm going to change the world. And I'm going to soar like that eagle in greatness with no limits. If you want to stay on the ground, go ahead. But I want to deal with people who want to fly, who want to say, hey, why not me? Why can't I travel the world? Why can't I change people's lives? Why can't I be the one who's done what nobody else could done before? I have greatness in me. I have God's DNA in me. I'm the son of Abraham. I can do the impossible. Nothing is impossible without God. I'm going to push more and more each day. I'm going to wake up getting better each day. I'm going to wake up leading by example. I'm going to show people, stop putting limits on what God can do. If you focus on the impossible, you'll see things that have never been done before. Challenge yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Let God excite your imagination. Focus on doing what has never been done before. Walk a path in a trail but leave things behind. You get to a point in time where you get so great where you don't have no road map. You have no navigation system. Everything's by faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. Change the world one day at a time, one person at a time. God bless.